the first day I came here, I loved it. I was like, I love this area, I love the shop, love you guys.
And then, like, even through all the bullshit, like, you don't even know. Like, there was bullshit all the time, and Nate stayed through. And there was, like, one particular moment, like, when we had, like, every artist leave the shop. And I remember I, like, looked at Nate. I'm like, you leaving too? Like, I'm not leaving.
Idiot.
From that day on, I was like, Nate can do whatever the he wants forever.
Thank you guys for joining us on today's episode of Unemployable Podcast. Today we have one of our very own, Nate Miller. Thanks for joining.
Having me, yo.
Yeah, man. Excited to have you on.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone's heard the name. Me and John have talked about how much the tattoos hurt.
What he talks about. That's all they talk about.
Just for the people who are watching to know, this is the Nate we always talk about.
How would you describe your tattoo?
The cover king.
Process.
Yeah, basically. Process?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you had to pick one word.
Two
words.
Painful.
Colorful.
Same thing. Same
Hurt.
I'm a colorful kind of guy.
You're definitely fast.
Furious.
Fast and furious.
Tokyo.
But solid.
Yeah, if you had to pick a movie name to describe your tattooing.
Fast and furious.
It's like a pay now or pay later. It's your pay now.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like usually when you're getting like tattooed by someone like fast like that, you're like worried about it maybe being in there. Like, nah, it's in there.
That's been, there were like a few, that was one of quite a few reasons why like I'll get tattoos from you. It's because obviously I know it's going to be good, but I know it is going to hurt, but it'll be quick. You know, just get it over with.
And like for the time you're sitting, like you're getting a sizable piece.
You get a lot.
Yeah. You're like, that sucked, but like, wow, like at the quarter of my leg, third of my leg's done already.
Well, either way, like hour 4 or 5 around there, like whoever's tattooing you, even if it's light-handed, sucks anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just get it done.
Just sitting still for that long.
Honestly, there have definitely been areas where I'm getting tattooed by Nate where it's like chilling.
Yeah.
You know?
There's always those few spots.
Yeah.
You can't feel it.
Well, when you were doing my shin, there was actually quite a few spots where I'm like, oh, this really isn't bad. And it's not like you were tattooing any different.
Yeah. But the instant you get to the
like
calf.
the shin is so much better than like the calf. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, I just
Going
had this
upward
client
towards that knee.
this week that got his shin. We're doing a whole leg sleeve, and he got his shin done first session. And it was pretty bad. Like he was jumping around a lot. He was in a lot of pain. Like I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
And then this week we started on his calf, and I'm like, bro, if that's how you reacted to the shin, like today's gonna suck. And it didn't. It was like the opposite.
Yeah, some people are fucking weird like that.
Yeah, dude. He was like, oh, this hurts way less than the shin. I'm like,
it's
really,
like,
bro?
It's got to be because it's like two different feelings. It's like you have like that on muscle tattooing and then like on bone tattooing. Some people don't mind the on bone. Some people hate the on bone. Like, and then sometimes it's flipped. Like for me, like I think like even like I hear people complaining about like that part of their forearm that's bony. Yeah. Like to me, that didn't really bother me. But the meteor shit
probably
hurt.
shoot bullets here, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about that earlier this morning, like before you came in. The like difference of day rates and like what you get done in a day rate, and if that should matter. And like what I mean by that is like, let's say I'll charge $2,000 for 7 hours, and I get like this much done. Yeah. Let's say you charge $2,000 and you get like this much done, but you get it in 4 hours.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? Because like I'll see sometimes people are like, oh, like is that bad? Is that whatever? Like I'll see people charge the same and get like way more done, but they can get it done in a few hours. And like people will complain like, oh, I only got tattooed for a couple hours. In my head, I'm like, yeah, but you got a lot done and it's good. Let's say it's good, you know, because I guess the argument could be like, well, it's trash work. But because, we even had a couple guest artists this week that are like crazy fast. Like getting what I would get done in 7 hours in 4 and 5 hours, you know?
Yeah,
Nate has quality and quantity.
But I think you tattoo a lot faster than I do. And and you're doing full color. And then like
I actually started slowing down a lot. I told you that.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
trying to like slow down, be a little bit more tedious. Cause I look at shit all the time and I'm like, you know, sometimes you start out doing something super detailed and then by the end of the session, either it hurts or they're moving or you're trying to get something done, you know, within the amount of time. So it's like the top won't match the bottom necessarily.
Yeah.
So lately I've been trying to just like slow down, take my time and everything. I've been liking it a lot more.
Makes
Yeah,
sense,
I mean, I remember like even back when it does apply to black and gray, but I think a little bit more to color. Like when the client's in pain, when the skin's not work, like you have to do so much more with the skin that like when they're freaking out and it's like, it's a nightmare.
You have like a whole other battle going on in your
Yeah,
head.
yeah. Like, cause the reality, like, I mean, maybe you could argue this with both styles, but I feel like when clients will get like that with black and gray, I'm like, all right, like I'm just gonna shade way lighter.
Yeah.
It will take twice as long.
Yeah. But we
but
can
like
make
we
this
can
work.
get it,
Yeah.
you know. With that full color, it's like yo, I have to pack.
Yeah,
this
there is
in.
no like going light about this. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's like less.
I mean, like you've been working next to like Joe Casal now for a couple months. Like he's one of those color guys that's like opposite, like very slow. He's like full day, I'll give you this much, you know.
But it's shit's sick.
It's sick, you know. That's what I'm saying. But it's like
And I look at his stuff and I'm like, damn.
yeah, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? But like I guess like after sitting next to that for a couple months, you would be like, yeah, maybe like slow it down too. Because yeah, like he'll like I've seen like, but it's fucking amazing, you know. But like yeah, it takes so much time for him to get it like that. But it's like yeah, full color saturation as well.
The other day I actually did the mash cow thing. I like took a piece of Sanaderm, covered the bottom of the tattoo. I was like working on the top, so while I'm working on the top, it's like my hand isn't like rubbing all over the you know, last 4 or 5 hours.
Even just like wiping.
Did that help?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it felt like it did.
Damn, I never thought I would have heard the day that Nate uses Sanaderm. Yeah.
Like what?
I didn't use it.
You heard it here.
Cover the tattoo for a few hours.
So you like did a portion of the tattoo in color. You put Sanaderm on top of it to essentially like protect it. Like cool, that's locked in, and then kept going with your tattoo, and it helped not like mud up the
muddy up. It helped to just like not have my hand mostly like rubbing, you know, and like pressing all over the fresh tattoo.
Right.
Kind of formed like a barrier.
And then you were done, and then they're like, "Wow, that hurt," and you're like, "You thought that hurt?" And then you ripped this thing. What do you think about that? You think like you go in, you pay thousands of dollars, but they get like a whole panel done, and it looks great in 3-4 hours? You fine with paying that?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, we're artists though, so we just look at it for like the quality aspect of it. We don't really look at like the time, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like, because it's almost like you're selling like the product at that time instead of like the hourly or like the rate.
Right.
It's just like you sell like a full day or a half day. It's not like, or like some people may sell by the piece. I don't know. Like if the quality's there and like you got it, I don't know. I feel like a panel is a good half day. And if you can get that done like in less than a half day.
Like a fourth of a sleeve.
Yeah. You know, like if you can get that done in less than a full day, it's almost like, this was even like an extra treat because it's like, oh, sick. You got you beat my expectations. You gave me an amazing piece and like under the time and like I'm out of here quicker. Like I don't think I would complain about it at all.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if people have ever like sat for 10, 12 hours and realized like how much that fucking sucks. Like even if the tattoo doesn't hurt, just sitting there for 10, 12 hours sucks.
Yeah, I remember I first kind of saw this coming up with Paul Chanel actually. Because he would do the huge mandalas and quick.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember him and I were talking about that. And a few other like ornamental or mandala artists just like running through these. And it's like, yeah, but I covered like half your fucking body in a session. Mm-hmm. And hearing that like people were complaining like, oh, you didn't go the full amount of time. But bro, like if you cover my whole chest like in a day, even 4 or 5, what? Like
That's
I don't
insane.
care. Like if anything, I'll be happy. I'll be like, cool. I didn't want to sit here until 10.
I don't want 4 or 5 sessions on this. I want it done. You know.
I mean, just like for me, I do fucking 7 hours. I'll do like 1 to 9 usually because I'm like taking breaks, whatever. Sometimes I gotta sit while I get
That's
set
the
up.
perfect session. It's a little long.
That's like how I'll keep it fair, but I also know that I'm not on like the fast side of tattooers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm necessarily like slow, but somewhere in the middle. And it's like cool, like I know that I can give you this time frame, and that's just like how I structure.
That's
my
where I
shit.
would put you, yeah.
But I'll talk about it with like traditional artists, especially. They're like, "Yo, I run through sleeves."
Yeah, they'll do one in a sitting, just fucking 12 bangers right
Yeah,
there, an
bro.
hour, maybe 30 minutes each, and you're done.
and they'll like price it out by piece, or I see a few of them moving to day sessions. Or even just like flat rate, like come in, pay me this much, and I'll get done, what I can. Yeah. But they're just like covering space, bro. Or some of these Neo, I know we talk like
the Neo guys are killing it with like that full coverage. Like I've seen like almost whole arms in a day. Which is
like
nuts.
5-hour sessions.
Yeah, 5 hours, like fucking wrist to shoulder is nuts, dude. Very obviously, very.
You better be charging $8,000 for it.
I mean, it's very large, simple imagery. It's not like color realism or realism in any way. It's very like simplified designs, which looks good because of how big they're doing them.
Right.
But it's still insane to like have that much saturation in a day. Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Take me a day to do them damn lines.
No, yeah, dude. Like, they're fucking pulling 12-inch lines. It's crazy.
It's weird also because, like, they are kind of getting... Like, I've essentially seen sleeves done in a day or two.
Yeah.
Whether it's, like, multiple artists or whatever. But it's interesting to compare it to, like, blackouts. Like, I will talk with a lot of, like, artists that just do blackouts. And they'll say that they're really only going to do, like, half a sleeve at a time just because it's so much on the body and the healing. Absolutely. But then, like, why isn't that applied to, like, color? Like, color guys, like Neo guys.
Yes, it kind of is in a way.
I think maybe the blackout's more aggressive. Like, you're putting the body through more shock. I mean, I don't know.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah,
like,
because
blackout will be like, I'm only going to do half, but then, like, the Neo guys
I'll see, like,
I'll do the whole fucking arm.
And it's, like, still, like, one big red flower. Like, it's practically a blackout in red. Yeah, I feel
like, it's full saturation.
Yeah, like, it sucks.
And there's line work in there, which can be more aggressive.
Neo or traditional, though, has that, like, open skin space and everything. Though,
yeah.
You're doing, like, full saturation like that. Yeah, it's, like, your body doesn't have, like, the energy or the requirements to like heal all that,
You did very heavily blacked out piece this week, right, on Garrett? Yeah. How much?
And Ricky too.
And Ricky. Yeah. Will you only do a certain amount, or will you just kind of go?
I mean, I feel like I'll just do as long as I can, like my full day is 8 hours, there's no way I'm going to get a full blackout sleeve or a full sleeve anything in that amount of time,
What do you think about
I've had people that come, next day, but I mean, I don't know, I'd always just rather like break it into sessions rather than try to get like as much as I can done in 2 days.
Even that back-to-back is rough, man. There's so much trauma in the body.
Swollen,
as someone who's like done, like, have you done back-to-back day before they get tattooed?
Have I?
Yeah, like been tattooed in back-to-back days.
No, usually I'm just, if the artist is open,
fuck that.
If the artist is open, I'm just like, you can, I'll just stay late tonight.
Yeah, dude, like I got tattooed back-to-back. It was by Picorni and then him. And, like, I was, like, sick the day after.
Right.
It's, like, it's so much trauma to the body, man. And you're just, like,
dude,
a full day in itself. Like, you're tired the next day. Like, you're feeling it. Like, if you wake up and say you're not, you're lying. It's like.
Yeah. I mean, it's different with a blackout. Because, like, honestly, most of my sessions that I tattoo are back-to-back. Mm-hmm. And I'll do it in, like, a certain way. Whether it's, like, okay, I'm not going to go into that today, or I'll do what I have to. The toughest ones are when, like, I have to do the line work and we, like, go back and do it the next day. But with some of the more, like, realism stuff, I'll just kind of, like, go up, like, a printer and try to hit fresh skin the next day and just be like, listen, like, it's going to be a little rough in the beginning because we're going to be touching that
little stuff
shit we did yesterday.
Yeah.
But it'll be smoother and, having them, take whatever over the counter to help with swelling and get good sleep, eat, a lot of hydration. But when I was talking to Lahal, he said he did a 5-day in a row piece.
Yeah, like that is nuts, man.
Right. Yeah. And he was like, I'm like, there's a certain way that I do it. I actually forgot what he said, but
Like, that's cool. But I feel like by like that 5th day, that shit you did,
something in French. But, yeah.
the shit you did on that first day has got to be like fucking damn near scabbed by that time, though.
Yeah.
That's got to be like, I don't know.
How does anybody just take a week out of their life?
Yeah, like who's got that much time to get
nowadays?
tattooed 5 days in a row, man? Like,
Could you not be able to go back into that? Especially, like, say, day 5? Like,
to be
go
honest,
back?
like I personally wouldn't. Like I know he's a very talented. He knows what the fuck he's doing.
Absolutely.
He's done it before. I don't know if I would. I'd just be too sketched out about that.
Assuming he does go back into those.
I think 3 days in a row is a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think like a weekend,
I
like
don't
at a
like
convention.
3 days in a row.
Yeah, 3 days is a lot. Like to do 5, oh my god. To see the same client 5 days in a row.
Well, to be honest, like the reason I started moving to the back-to-back was I realized a lot of the pieces I was taking on really needed 2 days of completion. Like let's say like outside of the arm here to here, you know, and that's just kind of how I like to frame
and at
my
least like
sleeves,
semi-wrapping. Like it's
which
a
is
big
this
tattoo.
is like the biggest part,
Yeah.
right? And I wanted to get it done, and like I'm seeing all these fucking posts on Instagram and shit of these like big, awesome fucking tattoos, and it looks fresh, not like half healed,
Yeah.
you know, half fresh, which sucks for pictures. And I'm like, how are these motherfuckers getting this? And like doing some research, I'm like, oh, they're just doing all back to backs. That's all they offer. I was like, I should do that. That sounds a lot nicer. One, I only have to deal with 2 clients a week. You know, it's like, hey, you know, you're my today and tomorrow, and then hey, you're my today and tomorrow, and we're done with the week. And I get to interact more with it. Like, it's like it upgrades everything. I get to interact more with the client. We get more of a relationship. I don't have to feel rushed on this piece. And a lot of the times I structure it, I go longer the first day to make sure like 100% we can get this done. And then the second day is chilling, bro. That's the best day. Like,
That's nice.
Not maybe not for the client because they're paid, but
Like everything's kind of mapped
personality,
out
like
in your
we're
head.
Chilling,
Yeah.
we're ordering lunch, we're eating. Like the first day is business, you know.
Yeah.
Let's get this done.
The
no
design's
breaks.
settled. Like you're just
Yeah,
hopping
yeah.
right into it that second day.
Yeah, and I've really like learned to love that way of tattooing.
Yeah.
You know, and you get the bigger piece. But that third day, because we have like gone into that, I feel like the client's over it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're over it. You're like, I'm so tired of working on this piece, you know. They're swollen, so I feel like maybe I'm only getting a half day out of this full day because they're fighting. Skin's fighting against me. I mean, do you deal with that?
Sometimes. I mean, the most I've ever done is 2 days back to back. I feel like if I got into like 3 or 4 days back to back, like the skin would literally be like peeling already.
Bro, imagine you work 5 days a week. You only have 1 client a week.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is my week right here. Yeah.
Do a whole sleeve in a week.
Yeah.
It's like
sick.
Adrian and Chris.
If you like only did bodysuits or like, I mean, maybe you could do that. I don't know. Maybe you could do it with like huge sleeves. Like you line out the whole thing the first day.
Like a torso or like a back piece or something, you know, get most of it done.
Yeah. 5 day in a row shit. So you've done back-to-backs, but no 3 in a row?
No, I guess the most I've ever had scheduled was 4 days back to back. That guy only got 1.5 days. So I'm done.
Did you make him
But
pay?
the most I've ever
pay
done
up front?
was the 2 days. No, I should have.
Damn.
That's kind of what I started doing though.
Yeah.
Like, especially
You're gonna clear out my whole week,
Yeah,
bro.
like,
Like,
with
I
the
need some
deal-
insurance.
Yeah.
with the deals that I give, if they want like 2 or 3 days back to back,
Yeah.
now I just start making them charge them for the full day.
Yeah, I didn't even
Or
think
full
about that.
tattoo.
Like, imagine having someone booked for a week and they just cancel on you. Your whole week is torched after that.
Yeah, I learned a long time ago with Leif, like, you know, you see all these artists, you see their work, you love it, but you have this sort of expectation in your head, you know, of like, they just work like everyone else, you know, or maybe they work just like me. And then you go get tattooed by them and they're like, just blow your mind with like how different they do, like everything, you know.
Yeah, it is interesting to see people's process.
Yeah, for sure. Because to me, you were the most interesting process when like I first came into here. was like, oh, this dude's got like a way of doing things.
Why?
I don't know. Like when I first came in, it was like, maybe like you on the floor. It was like very similar kind of thing going on there at the 3RL. I don't know. And then like I just kind of felt like no one was like, I was like just watching him just like practically paint while tattooing,
Yeah.
So like for me, I was like that corner was like always had some interesting shit going on. So yeah, same thing. It's like every artist has their own process. But yeah, his definitely like stood out to me too. I haven't really been
I agree.
Yeah, I haven't really been tattooed by anyone else that does stand out as much either though.
Yeah, just remember, like, obviously most of my career I've tattooed next to Nate. I would be in my corner, he'd be in his, and I'd have my clients, and you'd see this magical experience happen where, and this was a while ago, but Eminem would turn on.
Or Tech 9.
Nate would go smoke a pound of weed. He'd come back in.
The old days.
I don't even know if his eyes were open. There would be no stencil, and it'd just be like, rim go. And then my like, clients would like look over and be like, "What's going on over there?" And I'd be like, "He's a genius."
Like you never seen a
master
wizard
at
at work.
Yo, and like it would just be like the stencil was just for the client, so they knew like what part of the body it was going.
Yeah,
on.
like he's not even looking at it. That's just for them to just look at.
He would be tattooing faster than Eminem would be rapping.
He'd put like the reference on behind him so that the client could see it, but he's like, I don't need that
And it
thing.
would just be like sick, bro. And like, I know you don't smoke and like your things have changed now, but it was like my clients would be like, what is going on over there?
Yeah, that's like I felt when I first came in. And you'd walk outside with a blunt this long,
Yeah,
rip
magic's
it,
happening in that
and then go
corner.
inside and just rip a mean tattoo. I was like, this is fucking sick. I was like, I gotta get tattooed by this guy.
Right. It was. It was.
Or
So
I thought you were
cool.
gonna say I gotta smoke more.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I was like, but I gotta get tattooed by this guy.
I used to be cool. I need to go back to that.
We all grow out of it.
How long have you been working at this shop, Nate? Let's go through your history a little bit.
Since the beginning. What's it been?
Day
Like
one.
7 years almost?
Big Bang.
Or 7
Yeah,
years.
you're the only person left, I think. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, how did they? I know you always
Came
talk
here
about
like
it.
a few months before Leela was born, so I know it's at least like 6 years.
Yeah, I remember we talked right over here. We had like a weird little couch. Nothing was in the shop. And Tyler and I were like, hey, like, be part of this, you know? And you were like, fuck yeah. And then we started. And to me, it was so cool because, like, I believed in it, and I knew it was going to kind of be hard for, like, other people to, but it seemed like you did.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you just, like, trusted, and honestly, you kind of had no reason to, you know? And
Yeah, the first day I came here, I loved it. I was like, I love this area, love the shop, love you guys. Like, fuck yeah.
yeah, and then, like, even through all the bullshit, like, you don't even know. Like, there was bullshit all the time, and Nate stayed through. And there was, like, one particular moment, like, when we had, like, every artist leave the shop. And I remember I, like, looked at Nate. I'm like, you leaving too? And he's like, I'm not leaving.
Idiot.
From that day on, I was like, Nate can do whatever the fuck he wants forever. Yeah. Nate's
You are
a
now,
fucking G,
you're now
dude.
exempt from all rules.
Yeah.
First time you told me that, or I heard the story, I was like, that's some real ass shit right there. Because I was like, yo, to have literally everyone leave except for like one guy, it's like, you know that one guy's got your fucking back, bro.
Yeah, and it's cool because, like, the story's been told a bunch, and, like, usually I'm on my own, but, like, Nate was there for it. Like, you know, you remembered. And, like, I don't know, what was going through your head when that was happening?
Just my family, really. I was like, yo, I can't leave a shop right now. Like, for what? Just because, like, everyone else wants to leave, you know? Like,
Right.
But it's every shop I've ever been at, I swear, I come at the very beginning, and I'm always the last one to leave after dealing with, like, so much bullshit from the owners and managers and everything. This was literally, like, the first shop where, like, just everything you did, like, inspired me, you know? Like,
Fuck yeah.
you're a great dude, great artist, great owner, you know, businessman in general. Like, it's like, I'm not fucking going anywhere else. Like, the grass is definitely not greener on the other side, you know? Like, you make it green.
Did they come up to you and they were like, come on, Nate? And just waited for you to react?
They were kind of telling me, like, why they were leaving and why they felt like they should. But I was like, you know, it's not. That didn't happen to me. I don't feel the same way. So, Why?
See, I'm 1 for 20. No, it's just like whatever. I mean,
my loyalty is to my family and to myself, not like any specific person that like brought me in here. You know,
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna leave just because another guy leaves.
dude, and it's so funny because like we'll be like looking for artists now, and like we'll find someone and be like, oh, nice, like. They're, you know, a little older. They've been tattooing for longer. They're a family person. And everyone, all the management is like, yeah, like Nate. yeah, bring them in. They're like Nate, you know.
Show this profile to Nate real quick so you can get his opinion on it.
Yeah. But yeah, that was wild. But it was cool. It didn't feel cool at the time, but it was probably the best thing that could have happened to the shop because it allowed us to make all those mistakes in the first year, you know, and a lot of them were my mistakes in like management, and like figuring out, you know, how to, because, you know, there's the battle of like, I want to make everyone happy, but I also need like the shop to be able to support itself. Make all those mistakes, kind of clear out all the people that like weren't loyal to it anyway. Yeah. And that's really when like the open door policy kind of started. Like, if you don't want to be here, like don't be here. No harm, no foul. You can even come back.
Yeah. Had to have been like a huge eye-opening moment.
Well, yeah, because like you're afraid in the beginning, and you're like, oh, I need artists. Like these bills are fucking crazy. You're not used to having like the bills, like of whatever, and like you got to make sure that this all stays together. And like when an artist leaves, like you want to be like, what do I have to give you to stay? And it's like that always just creates a bad relationship. Yeah, because it's not going to end up being fair. It's either the artist is going to hate me because they think I'm taking too much from them, or I'm going to hate them because they're taking way too much from everyone else. Yeah, whatever. And then they all left, and it was clean slate. We realized that like, okay, like the shop didn't collapse on itself. We're okay. We can take a breath. Let's build it the way that we actually wanted to build it. Yeah. You know? And then it was like, I don't know what it was, but it just, you know, things started happening. Like literally that day, like Bobby showed up. He's like, hey, I just showed up here from New Jersey. Can I get a job? And we're like, yeah, I guess. Sure. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm old school. I'm loyal. No bullshit. And he was for a while. No, he's always been loyal. But, you know, then
the boys game.
Yeah, the boys game. But it just started, like, filling up. And it was just, like, people that were, like, about what we were about at the time. Yeah. And I remember, like, right before the walkout, everyone leaving, like there were times coming to my own shop, own shop, where I'm like, I don't want to be here. Yeah, and I was like, yo, something has to be wrong, bro.
Yeah, in your own fucking shop.
Yeah, and then, you know, I mean, whatever. Like it was just part of my learning experience, and like, and not developing relationships like with the artists in the ways that I wanted to. But like having to learn that lesson and kind of realizing what was really important about the shop, or what I wanted to be important. Like to me, it's important that like we actually have relationships, we go out and do stuff, you know, that we take care of each other, that like we talk about shit maybe outside the shop, like, yo, this is stressing me out, and like actually like work on it together, you know? You know, and there wasn't any of that kind of talk or those relationships like prior to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can imagine the feeling of like putting my all into a shop and having all these guys, and then just one day it flips, you know? Yeah, right. I can imagine like what that does to your mental, and then like being able to just like recover from that and just roll with the punches, you know? Just
I mean, going. But and again, like it's because Nate was there, so like he did it too.
Yeah, it's awesome to have like at least that one person to be like, right. Yo, we're in this together. Like, you know, just nothing really changes.
Yeah, and I've seen. It's cool. We've gotten to see like both of our careers grow in that time. Like seeing even like where you started, and then like I remember like when Nate's just booking every fucking day. And then a few years ago, Nate's charging more than me, and I'm like, yo, that's fucking sick. Yeah. And really just like, and then, all kinds of shit. And then like learning that you can literally do a cover up on anything. Yeah. And then I'm like, damn, I need Nate to cover up some shit on me.
Everybody needs a cover up.
Yeah. But like all these like things like growing, like the early on, like seeing the style develop and being like, that's sick. Because you're always like, yo, I hope we have a shop full of, or I work next to, like, really good artists. Yeah. Not just booked artists. Like, really good ones that I can learn shit from. And then, like, seeing you be booked out. And, like, that's fucking cool. And then seeing, like, oh, I can also do this style on cover-ups and cover up anything. Right. And then just like more and more and more growth. Yeah. And then like, holy shit, he can build a car.
He can.
But yeah, I think that was like a major thing as well as like the cover up thing. Cause I don't know if I can pinpoint it to an exact tattoo, but I do remember a time being like, yo, Nate's really fucking good at cover ups.
The first time I noticed,
and then we all started getting our shit covered up by Nate.
The first one I saw was probably like the Chernobyl on BWAX. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, one of my favorite sleeves.
Yeah, but it's like a blast over, which is just nuts, I
think
it's
that
like,
was a collab. Probably. I think I did the tattoos you covered up.
Forget if it's BWAX or Devin.
Oh yeah, Devin too.
They both had.
Devin's got the like cool Predator. Yeah, to be honest, the bison you did on, was it a bison? Well, I know you did the hyenas.
Yeah, the hyena.
What was the one? It was like a big mammal.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of animals, a bunch of predators.
It was like a buffalo.
It's a woolly mammoth
buffalo or a Wilson, I think you did. That was all bloody.
Oh, deer.
Yo, and I saw that thing, and I was
deer, like with its antlers, like shedding, yeah, so it's all like nasty, bro. I learned that day. I was like, deers are gross.
Yeah,
they shed their antler,
bleed
like
that's fucking fire.
But then they eat it for the nutrients.
Yeah. Calcium, maybe.
Fucking cannibals. Self-cannibals.
Yeah, but I saw that piece and I was like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
What I saw was like, you're putting out fire tattoos. You're booked out. And it almost gave you like the credibility and the portfolio. And then like clients would come in and they'd be like, I want this covered up. And like you obviously understood like what it took to do that, which is like, yo, you're like to the client, you're going to have to be patient with this. Yeah. Like, this isn't like a one-time fix thing, whatever. Like, we're going to have to come into this multiple times. We're going to you're going to kind of have to let me choose the design and how to lay out the dark tones. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of conditions.
Yeah.
But then they would look at, like, oh, this dude's booked out. Like, people obviously want to get tattooed by him. Oh, I look at his work. Oh, it's fire. Oh, I have the experience. Here's a before and after of cover-ups. And, like, with all those things growing and coming together, it actually allowed, like, you to have clients trust you in the process. Because I feel like that's the hardest thing is, like, someone's like, oh, well, I have this whole thing I want to cover up. And maybe you typically could get that done in a day, but it's like, yo, it's a cover-up. Yeah. And it's a fucking million-piece puzzle I got to put together. It might take 2 or 3 sessions. Mm-hmm. And them trusting, like, well, this is the fucking guy that knows how to do it. If he's saying 2 or 3 sessions, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Then everyone's like 50-50 too, I swear. Like half the people think that you have to do something like so dark and like full of black, you know, and that's not necessarily.
Oh, you get a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't want it too dark and stuff like that.
Or it's like, I want a bright sun with a day sky and like beautiful water and like all these bright colors.
Like, there's no like middle ground
to cover all this.
Yeah. Broken glass.
Yeah. That's what Phil fucking said. Like glass. Yeah. Maybe a white rose.
Yeah. And now we have the laser tattoo removal at the other shop. Now, do you think you'll incorporate that into cover-up process?
Yeah, I mean, some of the pieces definitely need it. A lot of the times I just feel like it's already so faded and so light. like even though there will be like heavy black in a tattoo, you know, as long as it's faded, like I feel like it's no problem.
So as long as it's like old
if
enough,
that shit was put in nicely and looks like fresh, then it's a problem.
Yeah, but you're saying like something that's maybe a little bit older may not need it. Yeah,
because I'm sure that there are like times where it's like, no, this will be an easy cover up. And then, but then there also could be difficult clients. You're like, well, I really want this, and it's like, well, that doesn't really work. But we could do a few laser sessions, and then
I guess that'd be a way to like reason with them too. Like if they're really set on getting like what they want on top of it, it's all right. Maybe you do
honestly,
some
it was a selfish move.
Get them ready for the pain and money.
My part,
because you don't.
It wasn't for the
you
client.
want your cover up to be lighter.
Yeah. It's really just like to avoid those like clashing moments, like where the client wants something that doesn't work in the cover up.
I mean, it's cool too because like that would also allow someone that may want to get tattooed by you, like get a cover up by you, because maybe like you know your work is awesome and it's solid, but it's not like the best work for covering up. Like most tattoo artists know, it's hard to cover shit up with a 3RL. It like always creeps.
Yeah, or
it,
black
like,
and gray.
Yeah, it just always creeps through, you know. But I've even seen like mag black and gray just do it better.
Yeah,
but like trying to cover shit up with a 3RL is like fucking impossible.
Right.
So to even just lighten it up would be, I could see like huge for you for sure.
You know what you just reminded me of? This is totally random and off topic. But the because I've been thinking I want to do like more collabs, and I want your guys' feedback on this. I really want to do a collab like all the time with someone that's like very new and like not really good at tattooing.
Absolutely.
And see if I can like make that work. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, go more into detail.
Right.
So what is your goal? Is it like to like help that first year tattooer or like shit on him?
Yes.
I think just to like I think both. I think both. But because like, do you remember that one cover up where it was like Pikachu holding a drawing of shitty Pikachu?
Yeah.
And that's how they like covered it up or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I wonder if I could find some like garbage tattooer that would like, it's like new and would want to do collabs, and I could figure out a way to like use their garbage tattoos to make like a really cool thing. Because you see all these people like selling trash, like ignorant tattoos and whatever, and people are just paying. They're like, oh, it's cool that it's bad. Yeah. Like I wonder if there's like a collab way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you're already paying. Like let me just put a good tattoo next to the shitty one.
Honestly, just because I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Like if we found someone that maybe like you start them in the apprenticeship and they start doing free tattoos, and we're like, okay, just never get better. Can you never get better?
All right, so stop practicing.
At least for this tattoo.
Stop practicing.
John's just like, you made it, kid. You did it.
You're full time now.
Bro, I would love to see your approach to that artist. Hey, bro, you're garbage. You want to collab?
You're doing collabs full time.
I love your work. Like I love how bad it is. And like, you know, whatever. But I couldn't always just do like the same thing. Like it would be fun to like try to incorporate it. You know, maybe maybe we could do something fun with that. Like even just finding like a terrible fucking design and being like, all right, like let's draw something up and see if we can make this into like kind of a cool tattoo.
Wait, I got it. This would be perfect. At least for your first one. You let them do the outline of a shitty castle and you make the inside of the castle realistic. You get me?
Oh, yeah, that is kind of cool.
So
I was
like,
thinking about stuff like that too. Like I let them do the line work and I'll like, do the shading.
It's all
and
fucking
stuff.
fucked up, but like the inside is
like
just
maybe
shading
some, like
butter.
Yeah, that would be funny. Or
I can't tell if
like
this
perfect line work with
just shit.
Like you want people.
That could be cool. It could be like
I agree.
a little kid drawing type shit.
You want people to look at it like I can't tell if this is like really good or really bad.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to this.
Yeah,
That's
That
gas.
would just be fun. That would be like a fun thing to like record or I don't know. Yeah.
I've actually wanted to do something like that where it looks like a kid drawn in a coloring book, so you have like perfect lines making a picture.
but it's like
But
solid.
then, you literally do like crayon texture, like color, just like scribbled.
Like Ed Sheeran's fucking chest. No, his whole body.
Maybe that's where it starts. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do the line work. Now you do whatever the fuck you want.
I laid the grounds, dog. You just take over.
Good.
Yeah, or maybe like I just do the line work, and we let one of the managers try to fucking color it in.
There's like color like
I'll try.
outside of the line.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
line work's like perfect, like
Or that
crispy.
could even be like the thing with, we could do that with like
Pony?
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
There was that day I let like everyone in the shop tattoo my leg, even the client.
Yeah, you're like,
She was like,
hey, what are you
sitting
doing over
here.
there?
I was like, yeah, you want to try tattooing?
That was when you're just blacking out.
She's
You're
like, I've never done this before. I'm like, I know. That's awesome.
You're like, neither have I. Go ahead.
You just start screaming at her.
She hits you with the-
This is what it's like.
Was this your fucking first time? That was cool. I got to do a little bit of it. I was scared. Just knowing Nate was looking up at, like looking down on me, covering it.
Just like, bro, look away, dude.
Stop.
Yeah, you just smear the ink when you don't want someone to see it. You're like, oh, sorry. I have to clean it.
Or just don't wipe. You're just like
Yeah.
hovering there with your stretch.
Or you could tattoo like an actual meme, you know, like the first year versus like 10-year tattooers, or like the 200 versus like
yeah.
$2,000 tattoo.
Damn, that's
you know,
good.
the shitty tiger, and then do a badass fucking realistic tiger like right next to it.
Oh, you know what?
And actually write
Ooh,
like
it'd be
200
Down
versus
syndrome
2,000.
type.
I'm thinking like fucking beautiful portrait of a woman, and then it's like shitty tiger headdress done by someone else.
Or do something realistic, holding a picture, like a drawing of them or something. Like someone tried to do a drawing of them. It's like
Almost
a
like-
shitty version.
Bro, it could
like
just
holding a
like,
picture.
yeah, it could just like, you could just do it like a normal collab and it might look cool. Like you were saying the woman, like if I just did like a portrait and I was like, cool, you do the necklace, and it's just like, just shitty fucking necklace. Yeah, and then maybe I'm like, cool, now I'm just gonna put like an 18-round line around it, and now
Just
it
like
looks
clean, bold
pop
outline.
art,
Yeah,
dude.
now it's like your next ink master. You know?
Yeah, or I do like the little like anime like bubbles, and I'm
Yeah.
like scribbles. What
Puts your
I'm
shit on the
saying is,
fucking
if you think
You're garbage.
you have what it takes to be really shitty at tattooing, send me your designs, and we'll pick the
Collabs are
you know, the king
incoming.
of the
Hell
edits.
yeah. Would
I
you be
just
more
remember-
upset that they looked good? Like you're
What?
done, you're like, fuck. Would you be upset that didn't turn, like it turned out to be a sick ass tattoo?
What, like as a whole?
Yeah.
No, honestly, that's what I'm going for. But I would be upset if their part of the tattoo was
Pretty good.
Yeah. Like, this is supposed to be worse. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Well, it's like weird. It's like that fine line. I'm looking for like it's cool, but it's bad.
Yeah, like
You know?
it can't even be like okay. Like it has to be bad. Like there's no.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is new for everyone, including me. Well, I just remember what made me
Completely
realize
new
it.
style. We're coming up with. It's never been done before. You know?
I did this like
Finally.
portrait, this like Sopranos portrait of Junior, and then
I love
below
that.
it we
That shit
did
was sick.
the
court
drawing
yeah.
of him, which is a really shitty thing. So it was kind of fun because, to be honest, like obviously I did the portrait as nice as I could, nice and smooth, and like with the court drawing, it was very bad, but that it was a cool contrast. So I remember being like, okay, I have to tattoo bad, and I did, and it was really fun to tattoo bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
Luke
I'm not
kinda
gonna
did
stretch.
That's awesome though.
I think it was cool.
Like,
Luke
there's a
did
lot
that
of
with
people
his
that
client.
would see it but don't like get it. But
Yeah.
I guess, you know, if you saw The Sopranos, you know, like that was the court drawing
Yeah,
of him
yeah.
and shit.
Well, because that's what the
but-
client said. He's like, if people like don't understand the reference, do you think they're just gonna assume this is like this one's a bad tattoo? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they're gonna think it sucks. Tell them I did it.
I would have been like, it makes the other shit
But
look cooler though.
exactly.
Yeah.
It makes the portrait look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell
Luke
them
had a
you did that one.
Luke had a client actually this week where it was a reverse mermaid, and he gave, like, if you want to grab it, Cam, look at it. Because he was like, yo, I'm putting tattoos on the leg, and then I saw that hula girl, and I'm like, that shit looks rough. But then I found out that the hula girl is actually like an exact copy of what her grandfather had there. Because when I saw it, I'm like, bro, that hula girl looks fucking terrible. Until he showed me the reference.
Yeah, this is actually a really nice tattoo.
Yeah. That'd be
Damn,
cool.
that's a sexy fish.
Tat Toolkit. You guys need to check this out. If you want to improve your digital designs and increase your tattoo productivity, then this is the site for you. Tat Toolkit offers digital designs, stamps, reference pictures, stencils, brush sets, and so much more. Whether you're just starting out or you've been in the industry your whole life, these tools will benefit you. What I love about Tattooolkit is we're constantly working with new artists to really build an online community. You will get an inside look at the design process for each artist we work with. Tattooolkit will offer everything from the tools these artists are using, the designs they're creating, online seminars, merch, and more. This is a great place to interact and connect directly with the best artists in the industry. You guys need to check this out at tattooolkit.com, and don't forget to use code CAMSUCKS for 10% off.
Then some people say everything in front of the client.
Yeah.
That shit, is that a cover out, dog?
Bro,
Oh, that was one of our first videos.
that used to be Tyler's like line to me. He would come to me every tattoo and be like, sick. And just that because I used to do or still do fucking
You just like your
cover-up.
stuff dark.
Yeah, cover-ups all the time and shit. He'd be like, is that a cover-up? This one girl, she literally started crying, freaking out. She was like, oh my God, this is what I was afraid of.
Oh, why? Was it dark?
Yeah. Which is sad. It was
But I feel like I've seen on your Instagram, like you like verbally say, like even in your black and gray, it's like I like to do it dark. Like if it's not for you, it's not for you. Like it's obviously like there. Like people just
Which
need
is funny because hasn't someone also been like, it's too bright, dog?
Yeah. That shit was recent.
Nate gets like it's too neon and too bright, or it's too fucking dark. This dude.
Yeah, it's hard to find that happy medium.
Yeah, let's talk about the neon stuff for a little bit.
Maybe we should just do a visual check on all the clients walking in the door. We can get them fitted for glasses, contacts, whatever they need.
Just make sure they know what they're looking at.
Maybe
Rather
a CAT
than-
scan.
Yeah, let's not take responsibility at all. Let's put it all on the client. As soon as you walk in, you fill out paperwork.
You filled out that fucking paperwork.
Yeah, and then you get a test.
You die, you die.
You have to read. Yeah. Yeah.
Field sobriety test, baby.
That's an S, not a 5.
Is this too bright or too dark?
Yeah. What were you saying? You want to talk about neon?
Yeah, I want to talk about neon.
Go ahead.
What made you want to start tattooing neon stuff?
I just like it. It's a cool, just doing it is cool. I feel like you get that like glow and you can make like anything look like it's glowing, you know, it's always cool.
That's probably why they said it's too bright, dog.
Too bright. Yeah.
Tattooing all them lights.
I mean, just being able to put like that color theory like to use in skin, you know, because it's really like, because I've kind of like looked at mine for a while and I'm like, it's really like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's really just like the right colors put in the right place, you know.
Kind of like fade out that dark color on the
Yeah.
outside and then you fade in the bright color.
Yeah, exactly. It's like really nothing crazy, but it's like just got such an effect to it.
I started doing it a little bit differently too, like having shadows in the background too. Like rather than just bringing it all into one color, almost having like the neon in the middle, then like a shadow beyond the glow lightly, and then like the actual glow like beyond that. It's been giving it a little bit more depth.
That's
Nick,
what I was
can you,
like- I
can you
feel
pull
like-
the mic a little closer to you?
Yeah, I feel
Sorry, I
like
talk a little low.
it's definitely kind of like blossomed into like a kind of a style and thing for you. Because I remember when I first got here, like the first thing I saw was like Kelly's arm. And I was like, that was like the first time I had
yeah, that
ever
was cool.
seen like a neon tattoo, like her shoulder. And I was like, that shit is sick. Like, how the fuck did he do that? And then just kind of see you like slowly start to incorporate it into more and more pieces. And then like your flash now. It's kind of cool to see it all kind of like develop into something. So it was kind of cool to see. Because I feel like you weren't doing much of it like when I first started. It's kind of like a more recent thing.
Yeah.
And that shit is sick. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing other people's work, like it's hard to not copy it necessarily. Definitely want to just like take inspiration versus like just copying someone else's style. But you know, you'll see one person's style, you think that they started doing it, and then you see someone else, and you're like, I didn't even fucking know about this guy. I've never seen his work before, and his shit's like sicker. And you go back in their page, and they've been doing it
Forever.
Way longer.
No, for sure. Yeah. I know you're not like a person to like pull a lot from like other people though. I know you're like really big in like creating your own
I try not
stuff.
to like follow too many people. Or like if I see something like cool, that's sick, but not
Not like way too
I
much
wanna
on
start
it.
doing this style now.
Yeah.
Have you been trying anything new recently besides changing your neon shadows?
Really just the flash, like in general.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot more graffiti and like the stuff now.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I kind of found that like people that come, like they'll show me a bunch of pictures and like, yeah, it's cool doing like realistic or like, you know, that illustrative color, but I kind of had like that style that I kind of want to start to incorporate, like a little bit of graffiti, a little bit of neon, some like pop art and with like realism.
Bring like bright colors, like dull imagery and stuff. Yeah.
But someone wants like a wolf and some trees and like mountains and shit. It's hard to be like, yo, you want to be sick? Throwing some
graffiti on
in there, you know?
A neon.
See that tag on the mountain, dog?
But if I come up with the flash, that's kind of like that. I feel like more people are being inclined to like, oh, I want a wolf. This is a sick wolf, you know, or like this is a sick zoo statue.
Just like your take on like a common image.
That's cool to see, man, because I know, like, for a while, like, you get into tattooing, and you're really just doing what other people want.
Yeah.
And then hopefully it gets to a point where you earn the trust, the recognition, the respect, where maybe clients start asking your opinion a little bit more. And then maybe even that last step where you get clients that are like, do whatever you want.
Yeah. Which I've had a few of those. And I guess that's kind of where it started. On Kelly and a few other people, you know.
Yeah.
They were just like, yeah, cool. Like, I'll do whatever you
Like
want.
I saw her arm and was like free reign, bro. I was like, I like statues.
Well,
like
yeah,
literally.
Dude, it's weird when it first starts happening to you. And tell me if you had this experience, because it didn't happen to me until I was like 7-8 years into tattooing. Like really, like do whatever you want, whole sleeve, whatever.
Like here's a whole limb.
And I was almost like,
I don't know what to do.
yeah.
Cause that, yeah.
I was almost like, and then I went back. I was like, what did I like used to create before I even started tattooing? And like trying to get back to those roots and the feelings associated with the inspiration, and then just like creating kind of. And I think a great way to stay in that or to get back into it is to create flash, like create designs already. But then sometimes like I'll be like, oh, I don't have like time to just like create designs for no one.
Dude, I'm actually like so happy you said that. Cause like, I don't know, like, I know you said like it was like few years in for having you, but I had a friend that was like, yo, I want to give you a limb and I want you to do what you want. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do like on your whole limb. So it's like cool that like, you know, like, you go through that as well. Cause I was
start
like,
with like a panel, just start with a big piece, maybe like the outside of the thigh.
Or you like go for like first like theme.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you
thing.
kind of catch your theme that way.
Yeah. Cause I was like, he hit me with that and I was like,
yeah.
Spencer?
no, just like a friend. It would probably be like more of like a portfolio piece, and it'd be for free, you know. But I was like, yeah, like I have no idea what the fuck I'd want to spend 8+ sessions on, you know. Like it's like a big decision just right there.
Yeah.
Well, what I do is I go look for inspiration.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's through like other people's art. Sometimes it's through
I think like
walking around.
A lot of it was
or,
like overwhelming
traveling.
for me.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest part, is just being able to commit to like that idea is like kind of overwhelming.
And ask other people how they do it.
Yeah.
That was like, I remember the first thing, like I was talking about Lahal when I met him, and I was like, where do you find your inspiration? And he was like, everywhere around me, you know? And I'm like, oh, Europe's way cooler than
Yeah, I was gonna say, I got some metal pipes for
but
you.
I was like, okay, and like, cause that's a suggestion. Like, bro, everything you fucking go through in like recovery and like the rooms, like everyone's like, go ask other people how they did it. So that's kind of like a thing. So I was like, oh, like let me apply this to like tattooing. So asking, hey, where do you get inspiration from? How do you get inspiration? A lot of people, it's like Pinterest. I look at it. Okay, cool. Like, is there anything else?
That's bullshit.
Lahal was like the first person. It's not. I don't think it's bullshit,
Yeah,
but
it's like the obvious answer.
yeah. And Lahal was like, yo, I carry around this fucking sketchbook, and when I see things in the building, I draw them. And I was like, oh, outside, I can go outside. I can look at stuff. Maybe it's a little easier for me, like with the architecture stuff, like liking that. But it's like, yo, there are other ways besides like your phone.
Yeah.
You know, or like going out, or maybe even like talking with people, and you know, producing a feeling and getting inspired by that feeling. And okay, when I have that feeling, what does it make me think of? Like, oh, if I'm sad, does it make me think of like dark, creepy, like, or movies or whatever, you know? But like, the more you look for it, the more you'll find it, you know? I mean, how do you get inspiration now?
Just being in the shop, definitely. Like seeing the other tattooers tattoo.
Yeah, guest
Yeah.
artists. That
Yeah,
could
guest
definitely be
artists.
one.
Yeah. I mean, like obviously
Artists
like
in the
social
shop.
media and stuff, but most of it comes from like in person experiences for sure. Yeah. Like seeing like sleeves like you or the other veteran guys working on like come together and like progress, you know.
Are you tired of using ink bottles that are spelled correctly? Do you find yourself texting during ad reads for companies? Well, I do, and that's why I use Allegory Black. Are you tired of your black arms looking blue? Do you suck at tattooing and you want to get better? Use Allegory Black. Allegory has normal black and ultra black. Just when you thought it couldn't get any darker, they put out ultra black. Use Allegory ink. It's the best ink on the planet. Go to allegoryink.com and use discount code Unemployable for 20% off. I know, it's crazy. It's so much money. You really should pay full price, but we have a discount code. Right, Alex?
That's right.
What about you, sir?
Really the same thing. Kind of just like painting and getting a chance to like actually sit down and just like draw something that you want from the dome.
Like
I
other
said, it's
mediums?
hard sometimes when you got like one client every day and you're kind of doing what they want versus like having the time to sort of sit down and be like, what do I want to do with my life?
Yeah. What about you? Ever get inspiration from like your kids?
Oh yeah.
They ever do art and you're like,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Like if I revamp this, it'd be
Leela's sick already.
Yeah.
I know. I have
Give me an idea.
I have an original
Yo,
from
purple
Leela.
trees, dog.
I have a Leela original.
What if
in
I
my
made
locker.
people with really long arms?
And big ass heads?
Like she was trying to draw like a unicorn. And she was like, Daddy, like how I can't do it. Like how do I draw it? You know, how do I do this? And she was like taking a marker and just like freestyling it, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, like what's a unicorn? It's like a horse basically, you know, with a big horn on its head. You can make it colorful and everything. I was like, you got a bunch of like horse toys and horse figurines in your room. I'm like, go grab one.
Yeah.
So she goes and gets it. I'm like, put it right there. I'm like, now take a pencil, not a marker, and get like all your shapes worked out, you know, get it to where you think like it's shaped good and it looks like a good unicorn, you know, and then you start like doing it with the marker and coloring it in and doing little things in the background and stuff. And then like the next day,
I tattooed a
she
unicorn.
has and then like the next day she has this chubby unicorn, like stuffed animal. It's just like a ball, but a unicorn. Yeah. She got that and she was like, Daddy, look at what I did. She shows me like the stuffed animal and the like drawing. I was like, oh my God, like that looks exactly like it. Like,
You gotta stop feeding that. All right. Model Citizen used to be cool before Alex started wearing it. Are you tired of being unattractive to everyone around you? Well, not anymore. With the Model Citizen apparel, you'll be beating them off with a stick. Finally, tattoo clothing that is actual quality, that I can wear around and feel good. For real though, the quality of these clothes is top notch. This is like nothing you've ever seen before with a tattoo company. This isn't some Gildan bullshit. These are quality, hand-picked clothing. They have everything from vintage styles, oversized clothes, modern tees. Go to themodelcitizen.com. Get them before Alex does.
What'd you do before you started tattooing?
Well, how
long
long
you
you been
been tattooing?
tattooing?
Oh shit. What year is it?
What's today?
2024.
14, almost 15 years.
Yeah. And how old are you? When did you start tattooing?
When I was 19.
All right.
33 now.
I'm going to set
34.
the scene for Cam. Yeah. And then, so what did you do before?
Well, artistically, I was doing like a lot of paintings, a lot of murals, doing a bunch of like murals in like kids' rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
I had this one that's these parents wanted their kid's room to look like the inside of like Yankee Stadium, like you're standing at home plate.
Wow.
It's oddly specific.
It took forever, but
you were
literally
19?
I was doing every single part of like the stadium, like people in the stands, like a bunch of like logos and sponsors and shit.
All these
and then doing like
chairs
the
and-
field. Yeah, like literally circling around the room.
And you were 19?
Probably like 17 or 18.
17?
Yeah.
And they're like, if anyone can do it,
Nate
Nate
this
can
kid
do
can
it.
do it.
Nate, thanks for joining us, man.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking stoked to finally get you on the podcast.
Long overdue.
Yeah, way long overdue. Fucking awesome episode, dude. We'll catch you guys next week.
Someone say rap.
Guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. I know we joke around a lot and get wild on some topics, but one topic I take very serious is addiction. If you or anyone you know is struggling, don't be afraid to reach out and get the help you need.